Hello and welcome to July 12th. Alpha's gold at 13%. Yes, it was a fallback of 17 on the close of Thursday, Friday. So here we are with gold at 13%, and we are past our entry price stop. So our stop is here at 162, 166.2, and we're waiting for a close above the third ratio to move the stop up to a dipper low, with the anticipation that it will continue getting to DTE. The thing we're doing here is a hybrid of the DTE theory, but not all these trades are going to be with hybrids. I will point that out a little later. I believe it's YELP and maybe XLE itself. One of these here is got into, well, I'll explain when I get there. All right, so that said, let's go on to PG. And here at PG, we have a we are passing entry. We are here at the 134.95, and the third is 142.90, and we have a nice inclining up on the 10-day EMA. And again, we're going to be looking. These are all DTEs. In other words, we're looking to see if we can get to October 135, which means that we have to get to October and above 135 plus the cost of the option, which was $4.85. So we got to clear about 140 plus to be in good profit for this option. Okay, that takes us to EJW, which is our new one who joined us today. And remember that EJW, the ETF from Japan, we played it last week and took a small loss, and we're now back in the game again. And now we're just waiting for the clearance of the gantry right there. Remember, the long as any portion of the candle is touching any part of the entry number 68.48, that means even if it has a long tail, it does not count. It must clear completely before we're able to go to stop to the EP stop. Okay, that takes care of DJ. Now let's go on to what I was looking for. I think it's YELP. Let me go look at YELP. I believe YELP is the one that, yes. Okay. I was such in a mindset in setting this trade up, I forgot to put in the stop, the 38.20. The result is it came down and came through, and now it's back up again. This is a true DTE trade. You set up an entry point. You do not have a stop, which was not planned. Didn't plan it that way, but we had no stop put in, and now we're bouncing back up. The objective is we get to $39, be above $39 plus an extra $6 for the cost of the option. So we need to reach $45.30 to get into some good money here. We are holding a small profit already at no, we aren't. We're at 29%. We are 20%. We are 29% behind. But that's what the DTE. That is the contrary or the drawback of DTE trade. You're going to go through some pain, and this is why we're trying to establish a low buy point on the price cycle to avoid as much pain of what's called the pullback during the trade. So YELP is right there, and that's what's happening with YELP. Well, great. That does conclude that. Now, I want to go on to switching gears here. Oh, you'll notice also in today's slide that we are at 4.79 on the year-to-date minus for stochastics, and the SPY is at 15.9. So again, if your trading strategy is not being able to beat the SPY, then just go to the SPY. And that's what the whole idea of these studies is to see, does it really work? You hear enough, this trading seems that trading strategy, and you have company just called me up recently about all their stuff about how Blackpool and this, and I asked them, what was your ROI for 2020? And did you beat the SPY? Well, we can't talk about those numbers. Well, then you're bogus. You're bogus. If you cannot tell me what your performance was on your trading strategy, you're trying to sell me for a couple of $1,000. This one was going for $9,000 retail, $3,000 on sale, and the result was what? You can't tell me ROI? Then I have no need for you. Goodbye. So let's go on now to what I want to talk about now is forward testing. What is forward testing? Well, forward testing is this. We ran the scanner, as you see here, we ran the scanner on Friday. This is Friday results. And we had this is the floor was of 2 million shares. And it was $5.40, I believe. But the bottom line is we got their scan. Now, for forward testing, this is what you do for forward testing. You run a scanner, such as I did here, and right there, GE. And now you come to GE, and you mark up the chart. This is what forward testing is. So what we're going to do is, had we done the trade off the scanner on Friday, then you set it up like that. And yes, when you do with scan on TOS, you can save the scan as a independent watch list. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the first top 5. So the first top 5 I'm going through based off Friday scan, and this is what forward testing is about. And you just go ahead and mark up the chart. Now you keep the list. You can write down the list, or you can let's do what I'm looking for, or screenshot like this and doing what I'm doing. Now you do know Macy's we took a loss on Macy's, and now we're not back in the game on Macy's because Macy's, when we got down to just on the buying power, there were too many entries and not enough buying power. So the ones that got filled, they got filled, and then these are gonna have to wait their turn. DVN. So this is how I do forward testing, and I'll keep this list if this is one of my studies, and I'll do all that. I'll do all this work. Just put it to 3-to-1 ratio, and then write down the list, and then come back to it within a week, and see how did it do. So this is how you would do all your forward testing on any strategy that you're thinking about. Make your list, do a scan, and then before you go diving head first into the shallow end of the pool, mark it up. And I prefer this over paper trading. Paper trading is a lot of work in going through and setting up the trade. Here, I just mark up the charts, and now I that's how I did the top 6 of the potential. So that's what's going on. That's how you do forward testing. So that we got that out of the way. Yeah, we got 1 minute. Let's go ahead now and run the scanner. Oh, RTX. I forgot about that. RTX is right here. RTX did not trigger. I have to go and turn that on. Turn on the bubble. And you can see that it did not trigger right there. What are the rules? If the conditions change and the order does not trigger, then we cancel the order, take back the buying power, which now we're back to 645, which means we are eligible for 1. And now we'll go back to our scanner and now run our scanner. And I will start with the most stringent scanner, and that is the stochastic weekly uptrend. And look, it defaults to the alpha. You can set that up when you save your scanner, whatever category you have picked, it will save it. And let's run the scanner for the alphas, for the upside and the trender. And there we are, VICA, monster, and DBA. Well, DBA is already in play, so only these 2 will be in consideration. And let's go ahead and run the downside. And the downside is stochastic downtrend. Again, the alphas, and nothing. So we have only the upside to work with today. Well, that is a conclusion of today's report for Losers Become Winners with gold at 13%. Stochastic strategy behind the 8 ball at minus 4.7. The stochastic as SPY leading the field at 15.9. And I thank you very much again. Bye-bye.